Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
As COVID positivity rates climb, clinics across the area are seeing an explosion of patients who either want or need a test.
According to University Health, the rates for testing are rising by 20% almost daily, resulting in more positive cases. Ursula Perry now with what you need to know about this new wave of cases and why the news isn't all that bad.
Over-the-counter test shortages leading to crowded clinic appointment books at the 40 or so University Health clinics in the area. Hard to even find a parking spot here.
Last Friday, we tested about 50 people walking in. On Monday, we tested about 80. Yesterday, we tested over 100 patients at just one of our clinics in urgent care. And we're still waiting on some numbers for today.
Since these clinics have their own lab, results are in within 12 hours. And more are showing up with the Omicron variant daily in Bexar County.
It is not only the majority, but now truly the dominant form. And I suspect it certainly will be shortly if it isn't already.
And the symptoms are different from Delta, especially if you've been vaccinated already. Dr. Cooper says that there are body aches, sore throat, runny nose, and mild cough. But also, weirdly, there's anecdotal evidence that some people suffer only back pain and perhaps urinary tract infection symptoms.
We test anyone that we're admitting, and the reason for the ED visit might have been back pain and or urinary tract infection. So we are seeing very different symptomatology sometimes, and it's hard to say if it's related to COVID or if this is unrelated to COVID.
There is some good news, though. If you've been triple vaccinated, there's evidence that your Omicron symptoms will be minimal. It's a reminder that there are ways to reduce your risk, including wearing your mask, of course. And if you can, this New Year's, celebrate away from indoor crowds. Ursula Perry, KSAT 12 News.
Meanwhile, officials at Trinity University announced earlier today the start of the spring semester will be delayed until January 31st due to the rise in COVID cases. Other universities in San Antonio are monitoring the situation and could also be considering similar delays. Right now on KSAT.com, we have a running list of other universities' plans as their students get ready to return for the spring semester.
As if you needed something else to worry about, this is also mountain cedar season, and a lot of allergy sufferers are asking if they have cedar fever or COVID-19.
It mimics so many of the symptoms of allergies that we're also seeing those people with concerns coming in. So we're pretty busy. It's hard to keep up.
Now, without being tested for COVID-19, Dr. Gonzalez says that it's pretty hard to tell the difference, but she does say that some reassuring symptoms it's not COVID include this: having a history of cedar fever or allergies, itchy eyes and throats, which don't develop because of an infection. Also, if it's allergies, antihistamines or nasal sprays usually help. She also says that allergies can cause low-grade fevers, but not any higher than 100.4.
And right now across the U.S., the number of new COVID cases is reaching an all-time high. According to the CDC, the 7-day average is now at more than 250,000 new cases per day. But hospitalizations and deaths have not risen quite as quickly as new cases. Health experts say that is a lagging indicator, especially for young children who are not eligible yet for the vaccine.
When you're talking about a virus that may be as transmissible as measles among a mostly unvaccinated population. And so that's going to be very rough.
The CDC says on average, more than 300 children a day are hospitalized with COVID.
Day 10, and we still have not seen 3-year-old Lena Keel. Today, a local search and rescue group joined the effort to find her. If you remember, Lena disappeared from the playground at the Villas del Cabo apartment complex on Fredericksburg Road Monday of last week. Japhanie Gray is at that area where the search group spent hours hoping to learn anything to bring that little girl home.
Here at the Medical Center field, dozens of volunteers with the Search and Rescue SATX organization came out in hopes of finding something that will help San Antonio police and the FBI in their investigation. Now, this location is actually 3 minutes away from the apartment complex where Lena disappeared. Dressed in pants, boots, and search and rescue gear, volunteers combed through thick, brushy area in teams of 2, looking for anything that may be connected to Lena. They looked for certain clothing items and even had a K9 unit out here after they got a piece of clothing nothing from the family. This location is just outside of the parameters SAPD is searching. The director of the organization says that they want nothing more than for Lena's safe return.
We did a safety briefing, and they know if they find anything, stop and call me. We'll go over there and make the decision whether it's something that we need to call the police.
The group didn't find much today, but that is not discouraging their mission. Glass says that they will be searching at a different location tomorrow morning, and at this time, they believe Lena's family will be joining them. Now, once those details are finalized, you can find out how you can volunteer on the Search and Rescue SATX's Facebook page. Again, this is still a missing persons investigation, so you can send in your tips for a reward up to $150,000 by calling SAPD's Missing Persons Unit. That number, 210-207-7660. On the Northwest side, Daphne Gray, KSAT 12 News.
Taking a look now at other stories we've been following today. A man is behind bars tonight after police say he shot his neighbor's son. According to an arrest warrant, 32-year-old Joe Lee Johnson shot the victim after he was confronted about stealing tools from the victim's truck. A witness nearby heard the shots and saw Johnson driving away from the Northwest Side home. The victim survived the shooting and identified Johnson as his mother's longtime neighbor. Johnson now facing a charge of aggravated robbery.
Now, San Antonio police arrested a man for allegedly stealing items from a Walmart and then threatening a store employee. This incident happening last month at the Walmart on Culebra Road. An arrest affidavit states that Dwayne Marshall stole items from the store, then tried to leave when an employee stopped him. And that's when Marshall allegedly threatened to stab that worker. Now, police arrested Marshall last week, and now he's facing a robbery charge. Happening right now, we are less than 2 hours away from kickoff for the 2021 Valero Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, Oklahoma and Oregon will be facing off at the Alamo Dome tonight. John Paul Barajas has been out at the tailgate before the game. He spoke with fans to see how they're feeling ahead of the big game.
We're at the Alamo Dome where number 14 Oregon is getting ready to face off against number 16 Oklahoma. Both of these schools have 10 wins. They're looking for their 11th in the Alamo Valero Bowl. Now we're hours away from kickoff, but tailgaters are already piling in. You got the grills fired up, you got the drinks pouring, the fans are fired up, and we got two guys here that are keeping it PG for us. But they got some bold predictions. We'll start with Oklahoma. What are your thoughts?
Hey, it's a 14-point win. Bob Stoops is coming back. Last game, it's going to be a great one.
All right, 14 points is a lot of points to lose by. What do the Ducks have to say about it?
35-28. Go Ducks, baby. Go Ducks.
So regardless, we want to see a shootout, right?
Oh, it's
yes, sir. Yeah. All right, guys. Only time will tell. Kickoff is at 8:15. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
All right, now let's take it outside. 75 degrees right now, getting a live look over the San Antonio skyline. And yeah, just perfect weather. I mean, you have all those people tailgating out there right now, Adam, and I would imagine it's not going to get too uncomfortable for them.
Well, no, I mean, warmer than average for this time of year. They're not going to be uncomfortably cold, I'll tell you that. 84 degrees, that was our high temperature today, and that was a record by 1 degree. The previous record, 83, set back in 1951. And earlier this morning, we were 59 degrees for the low temperature. You look elsewhere, and we made it up to 84 in Cotulla and Uvalde. Del Rio at a high of 85. I believe that was a record as well. New Braunfels, 84 for the temperature. And we saw 80s in a good portion of our area. Right now, we're mostly into the 70s, some 60s as you get into Rock Springs and Junction. But 76 at the airport in San Antonio, 79, though, Castroville, and 76 right now, Canyon Lake, Bulverde, 74. Gradually dropping through the 70s, then the 60s this evening. The dry line's in place, and that's going to give us a unique fog forecast. I'll be back to talk about that, and of course, the strong cold front that hits us this week. Tim, you're looking forward to it.
Can't wait. Thank you, Adam. We'll see you again in just a little bit. An increase in domestic violence has been one of the many devastating side effects of the pandemic. Victims and their abusers forced into closer quarters during those lockdowns, plus the added stress of just simply living life during a pandemic.
And for one local woman, the pandemic was really a turning point for her. Her story was featured in an episode of our streaming show, KSAT Explains. And as Myra Arthur reports, the pandemic was enough to make her seek help from a unique local organization. Take a look.
Strangling me to the point where I black out, biting me, ripping out my hair.
Her story is hard to hear. We're not identifying this woman for safety reasons.
Due to COVID and us having to be home in the lockdown, it put us in, so to speak, a lion's den. The children were home, and I had to be home because in good conscience, I could not leave my children alone with him.
That's when she contacted the Bexar County Family Justice Center, a community collaboration of resources available to all victims of violence. It's only one of 3 like it in the state.
We're almost like an emergency room. We're triaging them. We're trying to figure out where they're at in that process. What kind of help can we offer them?
The Family Justice Center can help domestic violence victims get a protective order against their abuser. They also offer a food pantry, clothing, child care, and counseling, going well beyond legal help.
Some people say that protective orders are just a piece of paper, and I guess in a way they are, but how they empower a victim, a survivor, and their children is priceless.
The first thing the center does is a danger assessment to find out the severity of a victim's situation. The higher a victim's score, the faster they could get a temporary protective order.
They report having been strangled. They also do a strangulation assessment. Strangulation is an extreme indicator of potential homicide.
We get creative. If individuals don't necessarily want protective orders, there's always other options.
Options to find a safe way out.
I don't feel like I'm walking on glass. My children, there's laughter in the house. There's dancing in the house. If you don't do it now, when? When for yourself and when for your children.
And here's the contact information for the Bexar County Family Justice Center. It's one of several local organizations providing help to domestic violence victims. We have even more resources listed online in the web article for this story at KSAT.com. And you can always call the National Domestic Violence Hotline anytime, 24 hours a day. That number, 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 7233. We have all of this information in our KSAT Explains episode focused on domestic violence. To find that show or any episode on demand, go to ksat.com/explains or scan the QR code on your screen. Look for brand new episodes after the new year.
Coming up, there is a way to help save lives and get your car cleaned all at the same time. Wash tubs around the city hosting blood drives. When and where you can donate blood. That's next.
This SA Salutes holiday greeting is brought to you by Bob Mills Furniture.
To all the San Antonio military families, I'm Bob Mills, wishing you a Merry Christmas and thank you for your service.
We have so much that we're working on for the night beat, including a new effort to help find Lena Keel. Businesses are picking up banners to find that 3-year-old girl, and we're going to speak to the local company behind those banners tonight.
And we are just days away from 2022, but tonight we are taking a moment to take a look back to the past. A local West Side business turning 100 years old. Don't miss the latest installment of our series History Untold. That and more tonight on the Night Beat.
Give blood, get a clean car. And that's how the Wash Tub is helping the San Antonio, Texas Blood and Tissue Center. So we told you that the Blood and Tissue Center is experiencing a severe blood shortage. So to help, the Wash Tub is hosting a 2-day blood donation drive. Customers who donate blood can get a free car wash. And that's happening at 10 Wash Tub locations.
So the Wash Tub wants to help our community and help to provide as much blood to as many people in need, especially now during the holidays.
So we said this was a 2-day event. Today was day 1. If you didn't make it today, you have another opportunity tomorrow to save lives and get a free car wash. You can also enter to win a $500 gift card. Good luck.
Not a bad deal. A Texas nonprofit is partnering with Mission Open Air Market to provide healthy meals for children. Be a Champion Inc. is providing not 1, but 7 healthy meals for each person from ages 1 to 18. With the demand for healthy and accessible meals, rising food costs, it's hard for some to access food, especially healthy food. Even more, while schools are closed for the holidays, the organization hopes their program will improve society and give young people a chance at a better future.
Taking a live look outside right now, Sky 12. Ooh, the Alamo Dome is all lit up, and those fans, you know they're ready. 75 degrees out there right now.
Always exciting to see everybody downtown for that big event. should be nice weather, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're playing in a dome, but the weather's agreeable.
Getting to it and getting back down to the hotel, no worries tonight.
Exactly. And it probably got a little warm on that pavement today for some as they were tailgating when that sun came out. We had the humidity and then temperatures, well, record high today, making it up to 84. But ironically, our first freeze is just days away. Everybody who's visiting, welcome to South Central Texas. Cold front slams us Saturday night, and you're really going to feel it when that cold front hits. And we're going to get to all of it. I want to first take a look at our beautiful sunset here this evening. And we get a little bit of color because of those mid and high clouds that are coming overhead from the Pacific, going over Mexico, then our neck of the woods here. So they gave us a little bit of color. It was a nice show in the sky this evening. Not spectacular, but nice. 76 right now. Here's our dew point of 53. This is important because the dry line has made it through the airport in town, but not Randolph, Stinson, or Port SA. So we have the drier, less humid air just basically in the north and northwestern portion of Bexar County, primarily outside of 410. And then you get into Boerne, 45-degree dew point. They're on the dry side of the dry line. The dry line separates the muggy air off to the east from the not muggy air and the drier air behind it off to the west and northwest. The key with this isn't just a comfort level thing. Of course, it's not as humid behind that dry line, but also where we have the mugginess tonight, that's going to lead to more fog, and that should stay east of I-35. And I like how our futurecast shows this. The fog developing along the coastal plain and maybe creeping into some portions of I-35, but generally speaking, the fog and the mugginess should be east of I-35. And so for a day here, we're going to break that cloudy, gloomy, kind of damp trend for the morning hours. The humidity comes back again for everybody tomorrow. It's in place Friday. By Saturday, it gets swept away, and we have very dry air in place for Sunday and Monday behind the strong cold front that's venturing our way. It's going to hit us Saturday night. Right now, Fredericksburg 67, Rock Springs at 68, still 79 in Cotulla, 75 in Beeville, 77 Gonzales. Temperatures well above average for this time of year, and we're on track to being one of the warmest Decembers on record here in San Antonio. Temperatures fall off as you get up into the Panhandle. We're talking 50s, but the core of the cold air is right across the Northland. International Falls, Minnesota, 9 below. Northern Montana, 14 below. Bismarck, 1 below. And into Canada, temperatures well below zero. The jet stream is dipping southward, and it's going to kink a little farther to the south as we get into the weekend, and that's going to pull that colder air southward. But you'll mostly notice it by Sunday morning. Okay, so even on Saturday, New Year's Day, we're going to be up near 80 degrees and humid. And by the way, nothing to worry about weather-wise New Year's Eve, just some fog developing after midnight. That's about it. The cold air, though, that hits us January 2nd. So our morning temperatures will be near 60 degrees through Saturday. Sunday morning, 35. Monday, we're predicting 31 to start the day. And for the overall weather pattern, I want to focus on California. More much-needed moisture coming on shore, and you've seen the national stories of the intense snowfall in the higher elevations there in the mountains of California. This is part of the system that's going to be venturing just north of us and helping to develop that cold front that's going to hit us Saturday night. So tomorrow morning, just fog east of I-35. We'll be 58 here in San Antonio, then near 80 by the afternoon. But in that drier air in the hill country, we're talking some 40s. Fredericksburg, Kerrville, 48. Uvalde, 53, along with Rock Springs tomorrow morning. Then by the afternoon, Cotulla, about 87. Uvalde, 82. And near 80 degrees in San Antonio. I mentioned in New Year's Eve, nothing to worry about. Temperatures in the 60s that evening and that night, and just some fog after midnight. New Year's Day still warm, becoming windy, and then check out Sunday. 53 the high temperature. Monday morning likely to be our first freeze.
I like the way we do winter in South Texas. Thank you.
A little of everything.
A little taste. All right, Larry. So no Spurs and Heat game today. So what comes next?
Well, they're going to have to reschedule the game, but we don't know when it will be rescheduled. Now, if you haven't heard, the Spurs Heat game tonight was postponed because Miami doesn't have enough players due to COVID-19. We'll break it down. Plus, Mike McCarthy still remembers the first time he met John Madden. Coming up.
It could be morning and your whole team's there, and by night it could be, half the team gone. So it's definitely a weird time.
Trey Jones is right about that. It's a weird time. The Spurs game tonight was postponed in Big Board Sports. The Heat-Spurs game scheduled for tonight was postponed around 2:30 this afternoon because the Heat do not have the league-required 8 players to suit up and face the Spurs. The Heat are going through a major COVID-19 outbreak. Miami hosted the Wizards last night with 8 players and won 119-112. The Heat had 3 players enter health and safety protocols today, joining 3 players who entered protocols on Tuesday. Plus, they have 6 players out due to injuries. Now, they plan to add 2 players on 10-day contracts as COVID-19 replacement players, but that still left them just 7 players, one short of the NBA requirement. Sunday night, Spurs guard Trey Jones talked about these crazy times.
It's a weird deal right now, so we're all just trying to stay safe, wear our masks, keep our distance and whatnot, and hopefully the spike that's going on right now peaks soon, so we kind of get away from this.
Heat at Spurs tonight has been postponed. Miami tweeted the game will be rescheduled for a later date. It is game day for the Valero Alamo Bowl. Number 16 Oklahoma will host number 14 Oregon at the Alamo Dome. OU is the designated home team. KSAT 12 photographer Adam Higgins cut some video highlighting both sides from the day they arrived here in SA to the luncheon yesterday.
OU's proud to be here and anxious for a good few days.
Everybody's excited about being here, ready to get everything started. I know we're in the Longhorn State, but I don't see very much orange around here.
Thank y'all for coming out, and can't wait to play in front of y'all. Go Ducks!
The talking is over with. Oregon and Oklahoma will get it on tonight at 8:15.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Football and broadcasting legend John Madden passed away yesterday morning at the age of 85. Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy still remembers the first time he met Madden.
John Madden left a huge footprint on the game of football. I think like any coach or anybody in the NFL, you remember the first time you meet Coach Madden, and I remember had a chance to do a production meeting with him and Pat Summerall when I was with the Saints, New Orleans Saints as offensive coordinator, and still today, it's a production meeting you never forget.
Coach McCarthy added that Madden's passion and detail for the game of football was unparalleled.
Larger than life he was.
Indeed.
Thank you, Larry.
We'll be right back.
Tonight, more travel troubles for thousands of people trying to get to or from somewhere just in time for New Year's Eve.
ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest on the travel woes as places deal with winter weather and rising COVID cases.
Travel chaos on the roads and in the skies. Winter weather coast to coast causing problems for drivers.
And we've been stuck in traffic since 8:30 in the morning.
A snow emergency in Wisconsin yesterday. And COVID forcing airlines to cancel hundreds more flights today, adding to the more than 5,000 since Christmas Eve.
It's very stressful. I'm constantly checking to see if there's any changes.
The cancellations for airlines mainly caused by staffing shortages caused by the recent surge in COVID-19 sick calls. But help is on the way. The CDC changing its COVID quarantine guidelines from 10 to 5 days in most cases.
So this is good. It means airlines will have more workers back on duty faster, and it means fewer people will be inconvenienced.
Delta, the first airline asking for the change, applauded the move, calling it a safe, science-based, and more practical approach based on what we now know about the Omicron variant. Labor unions are pushing back on the changes, worried their members are being forced to return to unsafe conditions.
Several of the airline labor group unions have said that they are concerned that the reduction in the isolation time means that employees who are sick could be put back at work.
The already stressed system is expected to be challenged even more with the upcoming busiest travel days of January 2nd and 3rd.
Statistically, there are people here with COVID, right? So I think we take a risk anytime we go somewhere.
Alaska Airlines is now urging passengers to consider rescheduling their non-essential holiday travel due to impacts it's suffering from severe weather and Omicron. They've proactively cut departures in Seattle by 20%. Rhiannon Nally, ABC News, New York.
President Joe Biden is set to hold a call with Russian President Vladimir Putin tomorrow afternoon. National Security spokesperson Emily Horn says the leaders will discuss a range of topics, including upcoming diplomatic engagements set for January. The talks will center around the stalemate in Ukraine, where Russia has 100,000 troops staged. Intelligence officials are worried Russia could launch an attack there in just the next few weeks. Biden warned Putin against such an attack earlier this month. Putin issued a similar warning for NATO forces not to expand into Ukraine.
Now, a man searching for deer antlers in Branson, Missouri last week found the remains of a man who's been missing for more than a year. Authorities have confirmed the remains are those of amateur mixed martial arts fighter David Koenig. He was last seen in February of 2020. A postmortem exam shows that Koenig didn't die from trauma or foul play, but a coroner's office report says that the circumstances surrounding his death are still unknown. Now, still ahead, so we're learning more details now about the deadly shooting spree that happened Monday night in the Denver area. We know that 6 people, including the shooter, are dead. 3 others are injured, and that includes a police officer.
Yeah, authorities now saying the suspect was known to law enforcement and harbored extremist views. ABC's Rhiannon Nally again here with the details.
Extreme violence unfolding across 7 different crime scenes. Today, investigators are analyzing this newly released security cam snapshot of a shadowy figure spotted at one of those scenes. The terror ending in this shopping center after a gun battle with police. The gunman killed by officers. Memorials are growing outside of the tattoo shop in Denver where 3 people were shot Monday.
I'm still having trouble, absorbing it. It's just a shock to everybody.
Alfredo Cardenas' daughter, Alicia Cardenas, was shot to death. Police say Cardenas was an acquaintance of the suspected gunman, 47-year-old Lyndon James McLeod. Police saying McLeod had been investigated in 2020 and 2021 and was known to harbor extremist views.
Based on what we know, it does appear that the offender was targeting specific people.
Friends have identified Alyssa Gunn Maldonado as the other woman killed. Her husband, James, a piercer at the shop. He was also shot but is now in the hospital. Police say before exchanging gunfire with officers, McLeod killed another man a few blocks away from the tattoo parlor. We are now learning McLeod owned a tattoo parlor on the same street as recently as 2017. Investigators say the violence continued at a shopping mall. Families hiding inside.
We were just in there. You could hear just the popping outside. And it was like one shot and then maybe 5 or 6 more and a couple more after that.
Police say the suspect escaped to this nearby Hyatt hotel, shooting a clerk and a Lakewood police officer before being shot and killed. Police believe the suspect knew all of the victims except 28-year-old Sarah Steck. Detectives say he targeted the hotel because of a prior dispute. She happened to be there and got caught in the gunfire. Rhiannon Nally, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead this evening, severe weather impacting several states across the U.S. After the break, how residents in those areas are dealing with the conditions. And also, could we see any of that come our way? That's up next. You look at what's happening across the country and you think how lucky we are because there are dangerous weather conditions gripping parts of the country. 15 states under storm alerts, mostly in the west, where 2 to 3 feet of additional snow is expected to fall.
No thanks. In the southeast, record heat triggering severe weather and possible tornadoes. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
Extreme cold, heavy snow, and avalanche danger. Winter storms are bearing down on the west. In Northern California, poor road conditions snarling traffic for miles near Lake Tahoe. The record snowfall blanketing this backyard in a matter of hours. A close call in Oregon, this massive tree collapsing onto the highway, just narrowly missing this transportation worker who happened to be driving through. The snow and ice making for treacherous conditions in Washington state. Drivers struggling to navigate slick and slippery streets.
I got some ice here in the wheelbarrow that I'm trying to kind of dig out.
Blizzard conditions also raging through the Midwest, from Illinois to Wisconsin, where a fleet of snowplows race to clear roads and highways.
Definitely stay back. Give them the room to do the work, because they're out there just trying to make the roads safe for everybody.
While the snow and ice wreak havoc across the country, it's a welcome sight for ski resorts and skiers.
I've been up in the snow in years. I'm like, oh my gosh, it'd be nice to get some nice cool weather and yeah, just have a good time.
And the Southeast is in for a round of severe weather. Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, all under a threat for severe thunderstorms with damaging winds and potential tornadoes. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
You see that, you think, do you really want to leave San Antonio? Just leave me right where I am. 6:40 right now. We're getting a live look here over 410, where there is a healthy amount of traffic right now, but nothing too bad. 72 degrees right now.
And something for everybody in the days ahead. I mean, we had record warmth today with a high of 84, but our first official freeze, I should say, is likely just around the corner. 76 right now, by 10 o'clock down near 70, and then we'll fall through the 60s later on tonight. Another fairly calm and tranquil evening, but not as much fog tomorrow morning. I'll let you know where we are likely to see fog in the morning, and of course, time out that cold front and what it means for your weekend coming up.
So now scientists are warning that the world could be looking at trouble from a so-called doomsday glacier. Researchers reviewed satellite images of the ice shelf safeguarding the Thwaites Glacier in Antarctica. That glacier is the size of Florida. It's also the widest glacier in the world. Now, scientists are seeing fractures in those ice sheets that you see right there surrounding it, and they're afraid that those sheets could shatter in the next 3 to 5 years, which would pose the biggest threat for sea level rise this century. Researchers say that it would put coastal communities and low-lying island nations at risk.
If you think your tax bill is too high, Tesla's CEO is set to pay just about $11 billion in taxes. Elon Musk owes an estimated $10.7 billion in taxes after exercising $22.9 million in stock options in his company. He sold 10.3 million of the shares to raise the funds necessary to pay his tax bill. Musk has been holding on to those options since 2012. They were set to expire in August. He exercised them this year to get in on the current 40.8% tax bracket. All that cash puts him in. Forbes still pegs his net worth at around $280 billion. He's going to be just fine after
Not
paying
feeling
that bill.
too bad for him. If that's your
Doing
tax
fine.
bill, imagine what he's staying with. Right?
Exactly.
All right, so the Dallas Zoo is welcoming 2 bouncing bundles of joy. Those 2 adorable tiger cubs were born on December 6th, and workers are raising the male and female cubs by hand because their mother is having some milk production issues.
Pretty kitties. Vets say they'll introduce the still unnamed cubs to their sibling when the time is right. She's already seen them from a distance and showed interest in meeting them. For now, the newborns are receiving around-the-clock care behind the scenes. Sumatran tigers are critically endangered, with only about 400 to 600 still believed to be left in the wild. Well, the lovable Betty White is sharing her secrets to a happy, long life ahead of her 100th birthday on January 17th. The comedy legend told People magazine she tries to always find the positive in any situation. In fact, she says she was born a cockeyed optimist. She says she gets it from her mother.
Yeah, there's something to that. White also joked that she avoids eating anything green. She has a long career in Hollywood with roles in the Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Golden Girls, of course, and Hot in Cleveland. But now the animal advocate enjoys playing crossword puzzles and watching golf at her Los Angeles home. Life well lived.
The clock is ticking. December 29th is officially Tick-Tock Day, not the social media thing. That's something else. The day serves as a reminder to complete whatever you need to do before the year ends, or maybe it's a day to look at your personal goals. Did you finish reading that book, lose the extra pounds, book your travel for 2022? Yeah, too late now. Maybe your goals are grander or simpler. Whatever they are, TikTok, don't forget, use hashtag TikTok Day to post on social media. Something I won't do, and I'm sure Adam Caskey won't do either.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. No resolutions from this guy either. Hard to break them if you don't have one.
Tim, I love your outlook. Tim Gerber, everybody, I love
like
it.
Betty White, but I also don't like greens like her. So
Oh, I love it. Well, we do have a strong cold front that's headed our way. I mean, today, record warmth. We made it up to 85. That's a new update from the National Weather Service. Previously, it was believed to be 84. Obviously, they double-checked the data. 85, the high temperature. So we broke the record by 2 degrees. Hondo, 83 for the high. Even Kerrville made it to 82. New Braunfels, 84, along with Cotulla. You get the idea. Unseasonably warm outside. But high temperatures are going to fall off quite a bit. We'll still be near 80 degrees tomorrow through Saturday. But look at Sunday. The afternoon temperature only down in the lower 50s. Hello, cold front at that time. So let's talk temperatures and take a look at the cold air and when it's going to make it here over the weekend. Right now, readings are in the 60s and 70s. Pleasanton 71, 64 in Kerrville and Fredericksburg. Carrizo Springs at 66. Big picture across Texas. Not a big drop off when you head north. And Amarillo at 52 and Lubbock currently at 55 degrees. It's right across the northern tier of the U.S., right along the Canadian border. Temperatures below zero right now. You get into Canada, and that's where temperatures are, again, well below zero. 26 below, Stony Rapids, minus 22 in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Yellowknife right now at 36 below. So there's the core of the cold air. It's going to dislodge and move southward in the coming days. Still near 80 for us. I showed you that. And even on Saturday, New Year's Day, it's going to be a warm day, probably in the lower 80s. But by Saturday night, that cold front hits, and you'll notice it right when it hits, and we get clipped by that cold air. We're not looking at a prolonged period of cold weather or a big long freeze or anything like that. We're just getting clipped by this colder air mass, and this is a typical cold front for this time of year. So we talked about those afternoon temperatures, 82 on Saturday, 53 Sunday, only 58 on Monday. But if you don't like that chill, we're back into the 60s and 70s next week by Tuesday and Wednesday. So the West Texas dry line just nudged its way into town this afternoon, and it's still overhead. You see where the dew points are in the 40s and lower 50s. You're on the dry side of that dry line. So the drier air up in the hill country, dew points in the 40s, even 53 degrees at the International Airport for the dew point. Meanwhile, Randolph, Stinson, Port SA, all very muggy in the 60s. This dry line is going to pretty much hang tight overnight tonight, and that's going to mean within the humidity east of it, east of I-35, that's where we'll also have the fog. I'm not anticipating much fog west of I-35, and especially not in the hill country overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. So we'll get a little break from that trend of morning fog and dampness. But the humidity returns tomorrow. We'll have dew points in the 60s Thursday and Friday. By Saturday, dew points fall off. Sunday and Monday, very dry air as a result of the cold front. And speaking of the cold front, the system that's going to help generate that cold front is all this moisture and this dip in the upper level flow moving into California. It's going to move eastward and then stir up a low pressure system in that cold front for us that hits Saturday night. So fog east of I-35 tomorrow morning, about 58 degrees locally, cooler in the hill country. We'll have some readings in the upper 40s. But by the afternoon tomorrow, right near 80 degrees. And even Friday, your New Year's Eve, make it up to 80. In the evening hours, 10 p.m. will be in the upper 60s. So most of the evening, New Year's Eve, will likely be in the 60s to near 70 degrees. There's the cooler temperatures coming. 35 Sunday morning. Monday, I'm expecting about 31 degrees. Should be our first official freeze here in town.
I'm going to have to move some plants on my days off.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, Adam.
In case you missed it, it's coming up next.
And a good morning to you. Rise and shine. It is Wednesday, December 29th.
Before students and employees can even step foot back on campus, they're asked to get a booster shot and provide proof by January 12th in order to not be subject to weekly surveillance testing. According to the university's dashboard, currently 99% of employees and 94% of students are fully vaccinated at Trinity University.
What SAPD is doing, we're going outside of their search area and helping them.
Like SAPD and the FBI,
FBI. They hope to find 3-year-old Lena Keel, who disappeared from the Villas del Cabo apartments about 3 minutes down the road. The group, which broke off into several teams, is also using their own canine unit to find clues.
We got an article of clothing from the family, so he's on a scent tracking mission.
An update now on the sex trafficking trial of Gelane Maxwell. After 5 days of deliberating just minutes ago, she was found guilty on 5 out of 6 counts regarding the sexual exploitation of girls as young as 14.
Maxwell's charge stems from allegations dating back to the 90s and early 2000s when she reportedly helped lure young girls to Jeffrey Epstein's home where he would allegedly sexually abuse them. He was found dead in his jail cell back in 2019 while awaiting his own sex trafficking trial.
Mountain cedar in the air means misery for many. And for allergists like Dr. Erica Gonzalez,
we're pretty busy. It's hard to keep up.
And now with Omicron out there, Gonzalez says her office also is testing patients. Like many at the drive-up sites around town, they're worried their allergies are really COVID-19.
It was a pleasure having you on with us.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tonight for the Night Beat at 10.
Good night. See you then.